Hey everyone, good morning. It's about 7 a.m. and I am creating the November update for Reflections Unheard. So it is very early in the morning here and I am in Washington, D.C. I'm about to leave in about an hour and a half to go back to Brooklyn. And I just spent 2 days here researching for the film. I went to the National Archives and the Library of Congress, which are of two of the largest public libraries in the country. And I was looking for footage and photos to use in the film. I found a lot of really awesome material that I'm going to incorporate in Reflections Unheard. I can say that this officially marks the end of the production stage, which is the end of the research stage. It is over. No more collecting materials, no more researching, no more of that organizing, writing down numbers and letters and all of this crazy stuff. I found everything I'm looking for, and at this point, pretty much all I have to do is either purchase the material that I want or pick and choose. And pretty much all of the work from now on will be creative work. It will be editing. Yes, there is a lot of organizing and a lot of just other stuff that goes into editing that is kind of annoying, but pretty much I love editing. Editing is my favorite part of filmmaking. And I'm looking forward to it. This is a huge milestone because I've pretty much been in research mode and on and off for the past 2 years. And yeah, it's whether it's researching from books about information, researching to get the right interviewees, researching to get the right footage, researching films and photos and all of this other stuff. I have like 10 very comprehensive databases in Google Docs for all of this information, and it's been It's been crazy. Um, and it's been a very meticulous process, and now it's over. So, yay. Since the last update, so much has changed. If some of you remember, I mentioned that I was having some issues with copyright and encountering a lot of institutions who hold copyrighted material or who own the copyright for certain footage, and they are charging me astronomical prices. I said in the last video that they can charge up to $50 per second. And that actually changed. I actually encountered some really cool Angela Davis footage, an interview that she did with Maya Angelou, and that was $125 per second with a 30-second minimum. So I'd have to pay at least several $1,000s for anything. Um, and that's, your typical run of the mill type of thing in this industry is, again, they are robbing our communities of our own history. And, marginalized filmmakers obviously usually don't have as big of a budget as other filmmakers. So therefore um, it is a very political issue, and they are, pretty much exploiting us. But there have also been very valuable resources uh, that I've had the chance to tap into, and that's what I've been focusing on. What happened pretty much was that I didn't want to be backed into a corner with all of these crazy prices and making decisions based on desperation. I wanted to have options. I wanted to create options for myself, and so that really pushed me to because I had already researched a lot in the National Archives database online, but it really pushed me to do a very thorough job researching in public archives and in the public domain. Um, and I'm really glad I did, because I found a lot of stuff that I could use. I found a lot of other interesting stuff that I can't use for this project, but that I think is just really valuable, that I might come back to later. I'm really thankful that I did that, and I'm almost thankful that I encountered all of these crazy prices because I saved a lot of money that way, and I can honestly say that I did a really thorough job with researching for this film. So, yay. Now, some of the stuff that I found is still technically copyrighted. So, copyright still continues to be an issue for me because pretty much if I decide to use some of that copyrighted material under fair use, which is, an allowance that you can make for certain things that are like for educational purposes. If I use it under fair use, I'm still taking a risk. But the point is that I found some things that are valuable that I'm using that are in the public domain. I found a lot more stuff in the public domain that didn't cost me a dime that I couldn't have found in an institution. And pretty much it forced me to be a lot more creative with my choices. I honestly think that um, directors and just pretty much any artist who has a huge budget and who always has everything at their disposal, that that takes away from the creative process, because you're not forced to think about different ways of doing things, and that is the essence of creativity, is you think of new and innovative ways to do stuff. So I would say that, even though it has been painful, and there is a need, and that sometimes I do need resources and I am lacking, that it has also benefited me in a lot of ways, because now I can go the path not, less taken, and I can find these things that I need in unconventional ways and in hidden places, and that served me. Pretty much overall, the whole benefit of this is that I found some materials that are relatively low risk, and I've been able to acquire them for low prices, and for free, and I have a lot more options than I had before, and I created those options for myself. Also, I was able to negotiate some copyrighted footage from a lack of funds. I was able to negotiate some copyrighted footage for lower prices or for very low prices. Special thanks to the Amistad Research Center at Tulane University for allowing me to purchase some very, very valuable footage that I'm going to incorporate into the film for a low price. And, in exchange, I will be donating a copy of the film to the center for free. Also, thank you to those supporters who donated and contributed financially to Reflections Unheard since the last update. I really appreciate it, and it helps a lot. And I know who all of you are, and you know, and any little milestone helps. And I still do need funding. I'm going to take off some time and divide my time between finishing the film and writing for a grant in December. So I still do need funding for post-production and distribution, very expensive. So if any of you can contribute, then I'm going to link you to my PayPal in the description box, and you can contribute that way. And please remember that there's no contribution that is too small, because I appreciate all of it. And yeah, all of it's going forth towards the finishing the film. Oh my God, you guys have no idea how much it costs to make a film. But yeah, it's fine. Thankfully, a lot of people ask me how I financed this film, because I don't really talk about that, and I have done some fundraising, but the real way that I financed this film is I was a film student, and I finished the production stage, before I finished the most expensive aspect of production before I graduated. That is how I financed the film for the most part. Um, and so, pretty much outside of that, I had very few resources, and I've always been working on this, at least, on a consistent basis by myself. Um, and I've had so much support from other people in so many different ways. It's wasn't all financial. Sometimes it was technical, through their technical skills, and just through hands, having people around. Um, so but pretty much, yeah, that's where I am right now. I still need funding, and I still need support. So any support, all of the support that I've gotten so far has been amazing and wonderful. And if you can, please do. One last thing before I go is that I will mention, like I said before, another good thing that's come out of this process is that um, I noticed that Reflections Unheard, I was getting frustrated, really, really frustrated at one point because I felt like Reflections Unheard was sucking out all of my creative energy. Playing, in a film, in filmmaking, you have the producer, you have the director, the editor, and all of these different roles. And I'm playing all of these roles, partially by choice, partially not, because again, I don't have any funds to pay someone to be on my team. So and I'm too far along in the process to just stop what I'm doing and try to find a team. Being a producer, you have to do a lot of that. That is your role, is to do administrative work, work with the money, work with all of the paperwork, and pretty much you're up to your nose in paperwork, and also for research, and just finding different things. While sometimes that's interesting, but just working with databases and comprehensive databases, and filling all of that shit out, it is it's a lot of stuff. It's just a lot of non-creative work. It's not fun all the time. A lot of the times, a lot of the work that you have to do to make a film is not fun. Some of it is very fun, and it's totally worth it, but I'm just saying, I felt like it was sucking out all of my creative energy. And so I had to sit down with myself, and I thought about, all the projects that I would like to work on apart from Reflections Unheard, and that I'm not getting that done, and it was making me really upset. So then I decided to start working on a screenplay that I've been wanting to write for a few months. Right now, I'm almost finished with a screenplay for a feature film that I'm going to start once I'm finished with Reflections Unheard. It's a narrative feature film, and I'm not really going to give too many details now, but it is based on a true story. It's based on my story, dealing with a queer Black woman who is dealing with a lot of trauma, a lot of different issues with sexual harassment and sexual assault, and she undergoes a very, very powerful internal transformation, and she pretty much empowers herself alongside with the help of others in her sphere. And I can't really say, because I'm still have to revise the film. I still have to revise the screenplay and copyright it and just get it started and everything. Yeah, that is what I'm working on right now, and I can't really give too many details again, but I know that that film is going to be a really, really powerful film. It's going to be super empowering, and it's going to be amazing, and it's going to be really different from anything you've ever seen before. And I'm really excited to do it. And I don't give a fuck how long it takes to do that film. It's going to get done, and it's going to be super amazing. And I'm probably going to need your help. So please stay with me. And I'm going to follow through with Reflections Unheard. Um, and so that is my main motivator for finishing the film, is because I need to get this off my back so I can work on that, and also to give you the film, give you guys Reflections Unheard. So I will update you guys on that, and I will also give another update with Reflections Unheard in about, of course, a month, the December update. And yeah, So things are going a lot better right now, and thank you all for your support. Thank you to those who listened to my very long update through and through. I appreciate that as well. Um, and I will talk to you soon. All right. Thanks a lot. Peace.